Hello everyone and thank you for watching. My name is Celeste and today I'm going to be making a vegan Philly cheesesteak. So if you would like to see how I made this delicious vegan friendly Philly cheesesteak, then please keep watching. So I am taking a damp paper towel and I'm going to clean off the mushrooms. I'm using shiitake and oyster mushrooms for our steaks because I don't know. I'm actually not sure. I was going to use seitan, but I didn't feel like making it. So we're going to do mushrooms instead. And if you don't like mushrooms, I'm so sorry. I used to be that person as well. But hey, we grow, we live and we learn. And now I eat mushrooms. So that was the shiitake, and this one is the oyster mushroom. It was really slim picking, so girl, I don't know. But I had only 2 of the oyster mushrooms and like 2 pounds of the shiitake mushrooms, and that ended up being like $40 at Safeway. So if you're gonna get the mushrooms, if you can find them cheaper, don't go to Safeway. And I'm using the I cut the oyster mushrooms in half and I'm just cutting them thin, just like the shiitake mushrooms, but I don't think it was that necessary to cut it as thin as I did, but that's what we got. That's what we're working with, and I'm okay with that. So great. Next, we have I cut up some green bell peppers and red bell peppers, and also an onion, a white onion, and there's our mushrooms. Nice and thin. And I'm also going to be using Daiya Provolone style cheese slices for the cheese. And here are our seasonings. Just going through those real quick. I will post everything in the description box, the ingredients as well as the recipe that you see on the screen. So no worries there. I'm just showing you what I used. So here we have in our pan a whole white onion, a whole red bell pepper, and a whole green bell pepper. And we're just sauteing them down just a little bit for a couple of minutes, just to get them a little soft, start to sweat a little bit. Then we are going to add in some seasonings. So here is our garlic powder. We have a tablespoon of that. We have half a teaspoon of Montreal steak seasoning. We're going to be putting in half a tablespoon of mesquite seasoning, 1 tablespoon of paprika. We're going to do salt and pepper to taste. These are all seasonings that just taste good in meaty things, so just use what you want. And that was better than Bouillon, seasoned vegetable base. We're doing a teaspoon of that. Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of that, vegan of course. A1, 2 tablespoons of that. That's also vegan, yes. And a little bit of liquid smoke, just like a fraction of a capful. And then we have some good old-fashioned soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of that. And we're just mixing that together. And I followed mostly like the Ghetto vegans version of this steak. So if it's not legit, blame them. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Literally, it was so bomb. They went in. So we're adding in our mushrooms, and it's about 2 pounds of mushrooms, y'all. It was a lot. So now we're just going to be incorporating the mushrooms into our seasonings and stuff. Try to mix it as best you can, but they cook down, so you'll have more room in the pan as they cook. And we turned our heat down a little bit while we added in our seasonings, and we're going to turn it back up a little bit to cook the mushrooms. So as you can see, they're starting to cook down a little bit, which is what we want. So while they're cooking down, let's talk just a little bit about why in the world I, as a vegan, would want to eat something that tastes like meat. Because I see that question come up a lot, and I just wanted to, inform some folks. So for me, at least, I don't dislike the taste of meat, and I know that there are other vegans out there who don't dislike the taste of meat. We grew up eating it, that's what we're used to. So then why don't we eat the real thing? Well, there's no cognitive dissonance here, babes. I know exactly how that thing got to my plate, and I don't I don't like that. There's also health reasons. I've noticed a difference in my health. And then there's also environmental reasons. Whatever the reason is, I just don't want to eat the real thing. And so I'm gonna do this. I don't see anything wrong with that. You know? It is what it is. So, that aside, I added in a little more seasonings just as we go along. And now I'm adding in some browning sauce because I wanted it looks a lot like chicken right now, but I want it to look darker like steak. Did I get there? Not really, but I'm trying. So I did use some browning sauce to just try to deepen the color a little bit. It does have a flavor, so I wasn't trying to use too much, but you know, we're adding in a little bit more just to try to get the color, but it is what it is. We can only do so much. And I'm also adding in more A1 and Worcestershire just to season it up. I like to layer in my seasonings, so that's what I'm doing. And we're just mixing it all together. Again, as you can see, it's cooked down quite a bit since we first put it in our pan. And it's not gonna cook down much more than this, but I decided to, do it anyway. And so I kept the top off, and now I'm adding in the cheese, the provolone cheese slices. And you can kind of see how I get particular here, girl. Don't worry about that. Just put your cheese in and cover it with the top and let the cheese melt a little bit. I bought this bread from the bakery at somewhere, Bread Meyer, Safeway, one of the places. And it's just the bakery bread, but make sure to check the ingredients to make sure that it's vegan safe. And I just cut it in half, not all the way through. And we're gonna just put in our Philly cheese mushroom steaks. Is that what we want to call it? I don't know. We're loading up our sandwich. How about that? As you can see, I literally thought it was in frame when I was doing this. I don't know why, but I did. But it's fine. As you can see, I'm loading it up, and that's what it's looking like. That is what it's looking like. And there's that. You see that cheese flopping around? I don't think I let it melt as far as I could have, but that's vegan cheese for you. You know how it is. And so there is our steaks, you guys. It was so bomb. Hold on. Don't even go away yet. Look at me. Look at this. I'm gonna cut it in half, and your mind's gonna be blown. Promise. Look at that mushroom try to escape. That's funny. Nice attempt, but it didn't go far. No, but look at this. Look at this. Yes. I don't know. Does that not look like a Philly cheesesteak to you? It does to me. It was so bomb. Okay, let me not get too excited, but it was bomb. I encourage everyone to try this out. Try this recipe out for yourself. I love you so much. Thank you for all my subscribers and friends. I love you. Shout out to Darya for suggesting this. Please follow her. I will post all of her stuff in the description as well. Check out Monet Naturals, and I love y'all. Subscribe, comment. I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.